Hi guys, I'm Isabella Boylston and I'm a principal dancer with American Ballet Theatre, and I'm going to show you how I get into makeup before I perform Swan Lake. So usually when I'm getting ready for the show, I've already had some rehearsals, so I've been sweating a little bit. So I'm just going to start by cleaning my skin and moisturizing to get it prepped. I'm just going to actually throw my hair up into a messy bun. So I really love this Jordan Samuels cleanser because it's super gentle. So you put it on dry skin and then you just kind of rub it in a circular motion, and it just, like, you can feel it really gently exfoliating. I love the Jordan Samuels brand because it's all natural, and he actually he's a classically trained ballet dancer who started his own skincare line. I'll follow it up with a little bit of the Jordan Samuel Performance Cream. Usually try not to put on too much because otherwise the foundation kind of goes on unevenly. Yeah, I'm super obsessed with moisturizing. I like moisturize morning, noon, and night. I usually do my hair before I do my makeup just because I can get all the surface area on my face that way. So for Swan Lake, I usually do like a low bun. Might take a couple tries to get your hair into a good shape. So yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't really know how to do hair, and also neither did my parents. And I remember one time I was running late for class and I didn't have a hair tie. And so my dad like took the drawstring out of my ballet shoe and just like tied it around my hair, like to make a little ponytail. Since then, I've gotten a little better at it. Then to start doing the bun, you'll need some hairpins. You basically just start twisting the hair like this and then coiling it around. It's like this. You want your bun to be like pretty flat and close to the back of your head. I can't stand it when my bun is like touching my neck because I think it shortens the line, and especially for Swan Lake, you want to have a really long swan-like neck. So I put it a little bit higher up so it's away. Okay, so now we're ready to start makeup. I really love this NARS foundation. Yeah, ooh, that's a lot. I really just pile it on. I perform at theaters that are usually pretty big. At the Met, which is where I do the majority of my shows, there are almost 4,000 seats, and so what you are trying to do is really like expand your features so that they can read at a great distance. It's not really your ideal daytime look, but it definitely works in a big house. And then I'll usually like blend a little bit down into my neck so you don't have an awkward line. Next, I'll usually go to my eyebrows. And I actually use this little MAC eyeshadow palette on my brows, and the shade is called Twinks. I really like this color because it has a tiny bit of shimmer, which I actually don't mind on my brow. I think it kind of lightens it up so it doesn't feel so heavy. And then I love this Anastasia brow gel. Push the brows up a little bit, give you a little bit of a lift. Okay, guess my eyebrows are in place. In high school, I would pluck my eyebrows within an inch of their life. It was literally just like one hair going across. So then I'm gonna start doing some contouring around my eyes. And I think the eyes for stage are the most difficult thing to do, and it's also taken me a long time to figure out what works the best for me. When I first joined the company, like I had no idea how to do stage makeup. I was 18 years old, and I would literally just do these like comet tails out from the side of my eye, which was not a good look, but you know, you figure it out as you go along. For eyeshadow, a lot of times I'll just use my fingers. I start out here, kind of winging the shadow out, so it's heaviest on the outside. I always am trying to like draw my features out and widen and make everything bigger so that it reads from the back of the house. And this is actually the same color that I used on my eyebrows. Very one shadow fits all. I mean, the beauty of stage makeup is that you're mainly going to be viewed from afar, so it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, thankfully. And then I like to use a pretty fine liquid eyeliner to just do some lines on top. And then you need to let it dry so you don't get lines up on your lids. At the theater, we actually have some incredible professionals who are available to help with hair and makeup, but a lot of times I prefer to do it myself just because it gets me in the zone and it's a nice calming ritual before the show. Okay, so next I'll move on to blush and contour. I love this blush from NARS. It's called Orgasm. I start with the apples of my cheeks and then blend it out a little bit on the cheekbone. And then I usually put a little bit actually up here above my eyeshadow. I just think it makes your eyes look a little bit more open. Okay, so I love contour, and this is Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. I start with shading underneath my cheekbones and sort of blending it in with my blush. Contour is extra important on stage because the light is so bright that it completely washes you out. I shade up here as well, and then at the jawline as well. A very commonly asked question is, what do dancers eat? I think the answer to that is that everyone's different, everyone's body's different. I actually love pasta, and I eat pasta almost every day. I actually ate it for breakfast this morning. I had leftover spaghetti. A lot of times I'll get really cute gifts from fans, and one of my favorite gifts was this Dolce & Gabbana blouse with farfalle pasta on it and like penne. It's so cute. Moving on to lashes. I just get these at like Dwayne Reed. You can get them anywhere basically. I actually cut them down because they're a little too long for my eye, this much. If I really want to go for like high drama, I'll even double up on eyelashes. So I would literally glue these two together before I stick them on because it just gives you that much extra. But I think for today, I think one pair will suffice. I have so many favorite roles. One of them is Swan Lake, obviously. It's just so iconic, and it really is the ultimate challenge for a ballerina, both physically and emotionally. The beauty of the character is that you get to play two different women, the black swan and the white swan, and you can just make them as different as you want. Yeah, lashes really make a big difference. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more under my eye because this is Swan Lake, so we're going full drama. Okay, so this is the hardest part to do when you're trying to get a line under your eye. All right, so then I take my my favorite eyeshadow again, and I'm just gonna try to smoke it out, which gives it more dimension. Oops. See how open my eye looks now? It looks like bigger and more readable from afar. So Swan Lake was actually the first principal role that I got to do at ABT, and it was always my dream role. It's such an iconic role. So I've been doing it for, I guess, like 7 years now, and I think this role is the journey of an entire career. All right, so now I'm gonna add mascara because I just really can never have enough lash. Oh, and I love this mascara. It's called Chantecaille Faux Seal, and it's really thickening and lengthening. Then I'll even do a little on the bottom. Okay, we are approaching completion. So I actually think I could afford to add a little more on top of my eye. right, so now I'm gonna apply highlighter, and I really love this one from MAC. It's called Soft and Gentle, just like the white swan. I usually don't wear a ton of makeup. It just depends. I mean, I had a coach who, you know, she was very old school. She was from a different generation, and she would tell me like, oh darling, go put on your lipstick before we start this rehearsal. I think most dancers now, just because of the amount of sweating that we do, I'm usually pretty barefaced in my daily routine. More highlighter. So this one is from Face Stockholm, and it's called Dignity. This will just help make your eyes look more open and make the whites pop from afar. I love wearing red for stage, and this is one of my favorite reds from Chanel. I try to just stick to the natural shape as much as possible. Lipstick on teeth is definitely a concern when you're dancing and sweating and breathing really hard, so I'll just blot it like that with a paper towel or a towel. All right, so I think my face is ready, and we are ready for the final step, which is the headpiece. Once my headpiece is placed where I want it to be, I kind of play with the placement, see wherever I feel like I look fierce, and then just secure it with a couple pins, or more than a couple, because I'm gonna be dancing my ass off. And then you're ready. And now I'm gonna go put on my pointe shoes. I usually go through maybe around 5 pairs of pointe shoes a week, and for a ballet like Swan Lake, I'll even wear 2 different pairs for one show. So here's my final look, and it's time for me to go get into costume and do a show. Thanks so much for watching.